Hi, it's Tracy Lynn from DECLUTTERINGminutes.com, back with another organizing inspirational video just for you. Today, we are going to talk about ways to organize different areas in your home with hooks. These could be metal hooks, S hooks, command hooks, it doesn't matter. But I thought it would be a great topic for us to talk about because no matter what size our house is, we always wish we had more space, right? And hooks have this magical way of creating more space to organize your things and streamline your home one room at a time. So that is what we're going to talk about and look at a few examples that I scoured the internet to find just for today's presentation. Okay, so let's get started. But first, let's talk about space. No matter what size your rooms are, no matter what size your home is, most of us are wishing we had a little bit more space to keep our things organized inside. And hooks are a great way to do that. It's a very valuable resource that is really quite inexpensive that allows you to create a system for the things that you use frequently. Your goal with using hooks is to keep the routine items easy for you to get to and just as easy for you to put those items all the way away. Okay, so which hooks are best? Well, there's a few different scenarios when you're deciding which hooks to use in your home. First of all, if you're looking to hang something heavy, you need more of a permanent, more durable hook. And these could be metal hooks that you install directly into the stud of your wall, or metal hooks that have a wooden base behind them. These can hold up to multiple pounds of weight, and they're really quite pretty for in the rooms as well. If you need a more flowing hook, something that slides on a rod or something that can be removed and put back quite easily, then your metal S hooks are the best option for you in that scenario. And then finally, if you're looking to hang something temporarily or something that is relatively light, then I like to recommend the command hooks. Now, nowadays command hooks can hold a lot heavier items, and I think they go up to like 8 to 10 pounds. So if you're looking to hang something heavy, I don't know if I go all the way up to the limit, but close to that number you might be able to get away with it. All you have to do is Google heavyweight command hooks, and you should be able to find them at Amazon, Walmart, or even Target. Okay, so where can you use these hooks? Well, basically anywhere in your home that you have a smooth, flat, vertical surface. So this could be a wall in a room, maybe one that's hidden behind a door. You can use hooks on the side of a dresser, inside of your closet. That's where quite a few people like to use hooks. On the inside of a cabinet door or on the end of a cabinet, inside of a food pantry, in your laundry room, even in your car, in a mudroom, in the garage, in the basement, in the kids' room. I could go on and on. You can use hooks just about anywhere. But what can you store on hooks? Well, just about anything. In a closet, you can do belts, totes, purses, robes, even jewelry. In the kitchen, you can hang pot holders, cutting boards, cooking items, even supplies for when you're baking. In the mudroom or entryway, you can hang coats, book bags, purses, shopping bags, even umbrellas. And finally, in the garage, you can hang yard tools, gardening tools, tarps, hoses, helmets, and toys. Whatever is hangable can be stored and hung on a hook. Okay, so let's get started in the kitchen. First up is an example of using hooks to hang cooking utensils on. And this is great if you are short on space in your kitchen, like some of us have really small kitchens. This is a great way for you to find hidden space and use it to keep your tools that you use in the kitchen more organized. This is from ruggedlife.com. Next up, you can use two command hooks wedging or in a way to make a holder on the inside of the cabinet, yet again, for the lids to your pots and pans. And this is from instructables.com. The one thing that I do want to recommend with this option, not so much with this option, but with this option especially, is you need to make sure you have enough room depth-wise for the cabinet to close before you do this option. So I would just hold a lid on there and open and shut the door to make sure that you are able to do so comfortably. I love this one. This is a command hook and a binder clip, and this is to hold snack bags all together. This is great inside of a pantry, inside of a cabinet. You can even do this in the refrigerator. It is a super awesome way to find a little bit of that hidden space and give yourself even more room inside of your kitchen. And this is from onegoodthing.com. Pot holders near the oven or close to your baking dishes or sheets. The crazycouponlady.com had this idea and I love it. You can put pot holders in the cabinet where you keep your cookie sheets or your baking dishes. That way you know they're right next to the tools, and that creates a cooking or baking zone, keeping your items all together. Or you could put one of these command hooks on the side of your oven and put pot holders right there as well. The goal is to keep these items quick and easy for you to get to, so it is just as easy for you to find the tools that you need to perform a task, but even more importantly, just as easy to put those items all the way away again. You can set up a baking zone. I love this idea. So if you have a KitchenAid mixer like I do, sometimes you forget where you put all the attachments, right? So by using command hooks on the inside of your baking cabinet door, you can hang all of the attachments to your mixer. Now, you may not be able to hang the whisker or the pastry mixer unless it's staggered in between the shelves. So again, you want to make sure you're testing things before you put those hooks into place. And this is from creeklinehouse.com. Then you have a pot rack. This is actually in my own kitchen. My father made this pot rack for me, and we use S hooks to hang our pots. And the reason why I like S hooks is because I can move them around. If I purchase a really large Dutch oven and I don't have space for it, I can move those hooks around, making things streamline a bit more easily. When you hang your pots and pans up, it frees up so much cabinet space down below. So I am a huge proponent of pot racks. This idea is quite genius. This is no more tangled cords. So again, a KitchenAid mixer, you can do this with an Instapot. I don't think you could do it with a crock pot because the hot might not work, but anything that stays cold, this will work for. Roll up the cord, use one of those clips to keep the cord intact, or just a rubber band, and hang it on a command hook. Dimplicity.com had this idea, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. This one I love just as much. Keep the right sized measuring cup with the food that you eat most often. So Jen1000words.com had this submission, and I really like this because I like to eat oatmeal sometimes 4 to 5 times a week, and I'm always having to get the oatmeal, then get the measuring cup. So this allows me to keep the appropriate sized measuring cup, which for me is 1/3 of a cup, and hang it right on the container. And that way it's easy for me to find it and just as easy for me to put it away again. And since it's a dry ingredient use, you don't have to wash it out every single time that you use it. So this is a great tip for in your kitchen. How about kitchen tools that double as art? You guys know how I love this. And cutting boards and cooking dishes. This is a great way to put things up where you know where they are, but then dress up a room inside of your kitchen. This is from findinghomefarms.com. No more lost bibs. I love this idea. I actually do this in my own home for my grandkids. A command hook, you can hang easily 3 to 4 bibs on a simple command hook, and you can put it on the back of your high chair or inside of a cabinet door. It is a great way to always know where the bibs are. So if you have a child that's starting to eat and it's got ketchup and you have your daughter-in-law's shirt on your grandchild, no more panicking. You know right where the bib is. You can just grab it and go. And this is from definitelyjennifer.com. And finally, turn the side of a cabinet into an herb garden. So this is in my kitchen on my other site, simplelivingcountrygal.com. And apparently my screens need washed really bad. But this is an herb garden in my kitchen. These pots are from IKEA, and those are command hooks. And I have the herb garden right over my sink. My stove is right around the side of those cabinets. So I can just go over, grab the herbs I need for a recipe, go right in and start doing my cooking. And everything is right there where I need it. I have 2 herbs on one side, 2 on the other, and they're the most common herbs that we use when we cook. Turn a bare wall into a storage area. Again, using colanders that double as wall art. You can get the colors that match your kitchen, like she did here at the shabbycreekcottage.com, or you can use any color that you like, but it looks so pretty on the side of that tile wall, right? And now she knows right where the colanders are, both sides. Super awesome. Now, let's move on to the bathroom. First up is keeping personal items close to where you use them, yet out of the way. This is a file or a magazine basket, and you need to use the metal command hooks for this one because you kind of have to wedge them into the basket holder. But once it's in there, it's really quite sturdy. I was very surprised by it. This is from dreamgreendiy.com, and it is a great way to have all of the things that you need when you're doing your hair right there next to the sink without taking up valuable space inside of the vanity. You can also do this in a guest bathroom, again, to have all the tools there for your guests so they can find them easily and not have to take up any valuable space. Store and dry brushes with one setup. This is the inside of a bathroom cabinet, and all of the cleaning supplies are right there. Again, done with command hooks. They're all right there. So when you're done using them, you can do an initial dry and then hang them up inside of the cabinet. This is from command.com. So you can actually go there, see this setup, and buy everything that you see in the image. You can find extra space in a small bathroom. This is on the back of a bathroom door. She used command hooks and baskets she bought at the dollar store. Again, when you're doing this option, I think it's better to use the wire command hooks because you can fit them in the smaller holes. I believe she cut bigger holes in these baskets to make them work. But the problem is that you have to be careful of with this option is you need the baskets to not move because every time you open and shut the door, they're going to bang around. So you want to make sure when you're setting up any of these ideas that they're aesthetically and functional all at the same time. And this is from organizingmadefun.com. I love this idea. S-hooks on the shower curtain to dry towels if you have very little space in your bathroom. This is a really good idea. And a lot of the times, my kids would throw their towels on the floor or they'd hang them over the door jamb or they'd hang them over the shower rod. And they never completely dried because they were hanging on the curtain and then they would ruin the door from the dampness. These hooks, genius. I absolutely love this. These hooks are super inexpensive. I want to see they're pennies a piece. You can hang it right over, dry the towel, and then just slide them off to the side while you're taking a shower. You do need to make sure that you choose a material that is not going to rust in the humidity. Just a tip for you there. And this is from improvisedlife.com. Some of these words are hard to say. Okay, this is another cleaning organizational command hook example because I really like this one as well. Everything is under the sink vanity. So you don't have to put them on the door. She's actually got the cleaners in an organizer. It's a shower organizer that she attached to the inside of the door and the cleaners are in that. And then all of her brushes are inside under her sink. And you can see she used a binder clip to hold her gloves. This is just another great way to use the space that you are given and really keep the area streamlined so that the tasks that you do are easier for you to accomplish. And this is from a bowlfuloflemons.com. Okay, I just have a couple examples for in the craft room. If you want more examples of organizing in the craft room, we have a video just on craft room organization that you can search for in my YouTube channel. But this is for using hooks only. And first up is framing in dowel rods that are hanging on command hooks to put your ribbons, your wasabi tape, or duct tape on, and it doubles as art. You know how much I love organizing systems that double as art. And this is one I'm actually going to start using in my own craft room. This is from scatteredthoughtsofacraftymom.com. Then we have buckets. These are very similar to the IKEA buckets, but I do believe they sell them at Walmart. If you look in the craft section of Walmart or the party section of Walmart, you can find these buckets. She used a more permanent hook, which I don't think she really needed to go with a heavy duty hook like this. But if it matches the theme or the aesthetics of your room, then by all means use them. Command hooks would work just fine for these weights. This is a great way to set up a craft room, an office, or a homeschool area. This is shanty2chic.com. Now let's move on to the bedroom. First up, if you're looking for hiding storage areas, yes, even in a small closet just like this one, you can always find additional space if you're using hooks. This is from blesserhouse.com, and you can see the very small vertical space that they use to put hats on. It's You would never think to use it, but look how many hats they could get on there. And a lot of the times you can hang 2 and 3 hats on these hooks. So think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4 hooks could hold 12 hats. And just like that, you created space out of nowhere. A super excellent way for you to make sure you're looking high and low and knowing that you're taking advantage of all the space and real estate that you have. Stop tangled jewelry by keeping all of your necklaces hung up separately. Command Hook sells these teeny tiny little hooks that you see in this image right here, and you're able to put them on the wall and hang all of your necklaces. You can do this inside of a vanity cabinet. You can do this in a closet on a wall. You can do this right on your bedroom wall behind the door so people don't see it when they come in, but you know where everything is. You could do this on the side of a large dresser or an armoire. Did I say that right? But yeah, you can get a lot of necklaces up. You could do bracelets and a larger command hook, which I don't have a picture for, unfortunately, but a thicker, larger command hook, you could get 2 to 3 rings on that. You could also hang watches on there as well. The only advice I want to give you is watch the dust. So make sure you have things in an area that isn't a big dust collecting space. And this is so much better with age.com. Okay, now we have another example of storing hats in the closet. This is actually my closet and my husband's collection of hats. He went out and purchased an accordion hanger hook organizer all on his own to put his hats on, but he hung it vertically. So this literally spans from the ceiling to about 3 feet off of the closet floor. And he is able to get all of his hats on there, and it literally takes up very little space. So it allows you to get the hats up and out of the way without taking up any shelf space inside of a closet. And this is from DECLUTTERING.com. Keep purses, totes, and bags on their own hooks. I love this for a coat closet, for a bedroom closet, even for a tree in one of those coat trees or coat racks in a mudroom. This is a great way to get your purse up and off the counter. I know quite a few times people spend and waste time looking for their purses and totes and pocketbooks. This allows you to pick a spot and keep it there all the time. I suggest the mudroom. I find that is the best place for me to keep my purse. So it's the last thing I grab before I walk out the door, and I know I have it when I leave the house. And this is actually from the containerstore.com. Okay, let's move on to the garage. First up, set up a kids zone. Keep the kids' stuff all in one area so they don't go to the other spaces in your garage, and you don't have to get nervous about them getting into the yard, lawn and garden care, or any paints or car items that you have. Keep them all in one space. And as you can see, Coffee, Pancakes, and Dreams use command hooks to hold the bicycle helmets. They also have bike hooks that they're holding hula hoops with, and they also put a basket on another set of bike hooks. It is just another way to use hooks that it works and fits for your family and the space that you are looking to organize. Find extra space where you thought you had none. So this is a utility closet. And you probably would look inside and say, yeah, there's not really much space in here. And just like that, this person created an entire hardware home center right inside the door. They used hooks, command hooks to hang a basket, S hooks on the bottom of that basket to hold their tape. They have a magnetic strip, which we're going to do a separate inspirational slideshow just on those. To hold their tools. They've got more hooks down below for brushes and other equipment, and magnetic strips hanging vertically to hold jars of supplies. Just another great way to use hooks to streamline a space that not everyone would even think to look at as an option. This is from familyhandyman.com. In the car. I love this idea. Command hook holding a bag inside of a car to hold trash. Whenever you have a messy car, more often than not, it's trash that is in that vehicle. What if you had a bag in the front seat, in the middle seat, in the back seat? If you have 3 rows, that you can always put the trash in. If you have an SUV or a minivan, I suggest putting one in the trunk as well. So if you find trash while you're putting groceries in the back, you can just take it, put it right inside the trash bag, and just like that, you've removed probably half of the clutter inside of your vehicle. This is from orgjunkie.com. No more buried dog scoops. This is me. I keep my scoop right inside of our dog container where we keep the dog food, and I'm constantly getting dog debris on my hands when I'm feeding the dog. Love this idea. This is a metal command strip hook that allows you to put a scoop right on the end of it. This is DIYinspired.com, and this is a great way to do this for dog food, for cat food. If you buy in bulk, you could do this on the rice bucket. You could do this on the bean bucket, whatever it is. It just allows you to know exactly where the tools are because it's really easy for you to find it and just as easy for you to put that scoop all the way away again. Okay, let's talk about the entryway. If you don't have an entryway, this could be a mudroom right inside the door coming in from the garage or the front door. The space that you enter into and leave from when you're coming and going from your house. First up, sunglasses and keys. This was done inside of a cabinet door using a dowel rod and command hook. So you could just take the glasses off and put them right back on. And they have an extra hook at the bottom for their keys. This is from domeasurablymore.com. And this is a really great idea if you have a large sunglass collection. How about you organize the entire entryway? This is such a great example of using hooks to organize vertically when you have a lot of kids. It looks like they have at least 3, if not 4 kids, and they've got hooks going all the way up. The adult items are at the top, the kids' items are at the bottom, and it is an enforced heavy-duty hook system that they chose to use for this setup. This is from canary.com. And this is just another great way for you to organize an entire space using hooks. Another sunglass option is using a command hook for each pair of sunglasses. This is from gracefulorder.com. And this was inside of, right next to a mirror. She had an entryway with what do I want to call it? An entryway with a table right underneath the mirror. So she can grab the glasses, put them on, make sure they look nice with her hair, and out the door she goes. Just a really neat and awesome way to organize things. Oh, and it's doubles as wall art as well. And that is our organizing inspiration for you this time around. I hope you found some great ideas for using hooks and some tucked away spaces you may not have thought of to streamline and organize the tools that you use inside of your home. Remember our goal when we declutter. We want to create homes for all of our things so we can find what we need right when we need it and just as easily put our items all the way away again. And when we do that one clutter-free habit, our homes will stay neat, tidy, and organized going forward. I will talk to you soon, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and happy decluttering. Bye, everybody.